Okay, it has been a while since we spoke last, and I want to be as thorough as possible. Now, this is for a man in his 20s. Now, what I'm saying comes from what I see today. If you're looking for a bad woman and looks only, I have bad news for you. Statistically speaking, only 20% of all men will get with these women. However, you might hook up with a few, but it's just that, a hookup. Lastly, do you really want the super bad looking woman and all that comes with it? This woman is someone that most people will say is attractive, based purely on the sexual marketplace. The sexual marketplace is how society measures women. It collects certain data points and assigns women a certain number. These numbers are based on sheer physical shape, good looks, and age. Age is a very important factor in the sexual marketplace. The highest number in the sexual marketplace rating is 10. However, age will drop this number, even if nothing else changes. We'll go over that in more detail later. I want you to be more productive, successful men out there in all aspects of life, and dating is just one. First thing I need you to do is to date with intention. If you really want to get your grind on, as they say, it will behoove you to have a woman who was there when you were in the mud grinding. Second thing you need to know is that beauty is always in the eye of the beholder, and you are the beholder. Once you fully understand this, you will look at women differently. How we carry ourselves and the things we do and say are really who we are. Before you approach any young lady, take time to watch her if you can. If you see her in a social setting, watch how she interacts with people. Pay attention to what she does. This may save you a trip over there. If you are interested, go over and ask her if she has a minute to talk to you. If she doesn't have time, then she might not be interested, but you at least gave it a try. You will have to ask a lot of women out, and some of them are going to say no. That is just part of the game. Men, we need to be okay with getting rejected sometimes. We have to get to know people, because you're not going to get along with everyone. You are young, and you're looking for someone to build your life with. So ask a lot of questions and keep your eyes open. It is very important that you and your lady have the same core values. Building a strong relationship is like building a highway. You must have a strong foundation or it's going to crumble. Now, dating. When you take a woman out for the first time, if you don't want to pay, then she's someone you probably shouldn't be taking out. Yes, men, when you're dating a lady for the very first time that really interests you, you want to pay for the first date. It's called making a good impression. Something you should want to do. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Where should you take her on this first date? You're going to plan something that starts kind of early. Reason being, you want to have some time to talk. If you are doing dinner, you want to choose a place that is not too expensive, and you want to tell her where you are taking her as soon as possible. You want her to know where you want to go. If she doesn't want to go there, let her make a suggestion. If the restaurant she chooses is in the same price range, you are still looking good. She may not like the restaurant. However, if she changes the restaurant to something really expensive, then you know she's not the date for you. And you can cancel and move on. Think, this woman needs to have your long-term interest at heart also, if she thinks you're the one. When you cancel, don't talk out of place or use derogatory language. Just tell her that it's not something that you want to do. She may try to insult you. If that happens, let her vent. Then when she's done, you're really happy because you dodged the bullet. Now when you go on this date, be sure to be punctual, and while on this date, listen and be on this date. When asked questions, answer them. Don't be crude and don't lie either. You want someone who you like. If you can't be yourself, this is not going to go well. Now, if everything goes right and you are on this date, smile often. Show her that you're having a good time. She should return that smile. When the date is over, if you had a good time and think she had a good time, ask her when can you see her again. Set up a second date. You don't want to wonder if she likes you or not. Her answer to a second date will tell you. Remember, it's not about trying to do everything on this first date. You are seeing if you want to build a foundation with this person or not. Now, back to that sexual marketplace. I talked about it earlier and let you know that it's a number-based system. A lot of men use this instrument for finding a woman. You need to be smarter than that. I'm here to tell you, I don't use that system. Most people are average looking. And in our society, now that seems to be a problem. As a man who started dating girls/women since 1970s, I can tell you a thing or two. Whomever you are with, if you develop a fondness, true friendship, love, their outer beauty will be increased tenfold in your eyes. The key is your 10 will be your 10, not everybody else's. This is what I need you to get. You have some knuckleheads out there who will say your girl's a 3 or a 4, but you can't have them sway your opinion. Remember, your girl is your girl. Now, if you have been listening to the masses, you have heard what a woman needs to be. They give you the categories. She needs to be fit, friendly, feminine, and cooperative. I like those qualities. However, I don't think that fitness is on top of the list of a quality woman. I've seen too many fit women with mouths like sailors on leave. As a young man, you are looking for a quality woman. I would like you to use this as your list of qualities. Friendly, feminine, soft-spoken, cooperative, and fit. In that order. You may not get all, so you need to know which ones you have to have. Being a young man, you need to know what you want. As I stated earlier, you want to date with intention. I need you to think about someone you can see yourself growing old with. Communication. Very important. You need to know what she is thinking about as you continue to pursue her. I stated that you may have to date a lot of women. Now I need to tell you something that you may not like. When I tell you to date a lot of women, I'm not talking about having sex with them. You need to know what you want. Is it a good time sexually? Playing the short game? Or a life partner, playing the long game? This woman, you can see having your children and raising a family with. Someone you constantly communicate with and should be on the same game plan as you. This is why I preface my podcast by stating where I'm coming from. A Christian standpoint. As being a Christian man with many flaws, I can only tell you what works as being a senior brother and going through it. Communication. Very important. You need to know what she is thinking about as you continue to pursue her. You may have to go through some women to find the right woman. You are in the best physical shape now and for the next 20 years. There is no job you can't do. With that being said, you need to build your financial future also, which we'll discuss in another lesson. However, dealing with the right woman will increase or decrease your overall life. Don't give women money or pay their bills. She is not your wife, and your money is yours until you are one. Please like and subscribe for new content. Thank you.